That was very interesting, but a lot to take in. So, Eternals. This movie came out about a week ago, and I only got the chance to watch it now, but I actually kind of semi-spoiled myself because I saw some people, mostly critics, say online that this was a pretty disappointing movie, so going into Eternals with that mentality, I wasn't expecting this to be that good. But you know what? This ended up being not too bad of a watch. However, it doesn't go without problems. So the Eternals are a race of immortal beings with superhuman powers who have secretly lived on Earth for thousands of years, and when evil monsters known as the Deviants wreak havoc on the planet once again, the Eternals reunite to fight them off, and then try to save the world and shit, because that's actually the sole purpose of an Eternal, only to fight the Deviants and nothing else. Okay, feels like they keep spraying new characters into the mix, which is fine, you know, because they do that in basically every movie, but in this one, we have a whole bunch of them, so many that it's almost hard to keep track of. With this movie, I had no idea who the hell these guys were, never read the comics, never even heard of them, so I expected this movie to teach me and to make me care about these characters. And it did. Kind of. Coming into this, I was thinking to myself, the thing about having so many different characters is that it might be hard to thoroughly show off every character and how they fit within this group. But that is actually not the case at all. In fact, I felt like they did it quite well here. The focus is directed mostly on Gemma Chan and Richard Madden's characters, Cersei and Ikaris, for the majority of the time, on their relationship, how it affects the Eternals, and when they butt heads, it's not pretty and proved to be a very entertaining and interesting watch. And when they try to reunite the Eternals, we are shown the others and what they are capable of, like the different powers that they hold, and it proved to be quite interesting while also being pretty entertaining. And I gotta say, I love the diversity in this cast and what they bring. It's truly incredible. Angelina Jolie was in this, Salma Hayek as well, Don Lee was great, and Barry Keoghan too, with his Irish accent and menacing look. And hey, don't forget Kumail Nanjiani and his resourceful camera guy. Look, it will take me ages to go through and tell you what I thought of each of these cast members, so I won't. But it just felt like, while it's short, each of these characters and the battles that they face are shown to a decent extent. But that doesn't come without sacrifices. This movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, the second longest Marvel movie to date, just after Avengers Endgame, and a huge portion of it shows the Eternals reuniting and a bunch of story elements. There's honestly not a whole lot that happens in this movie action-wise. Think Justice League, the theatrical release, right? When Bruce Wayne was traveling around the world to trying to find and recruit, the Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Aquaman. It's exactly like that, but with more characters. Imagine that for almost half of this movie. They spend a lot of time dawdling, they spend a lot of time talking about the Eternals, what their purpose is, and yeah, there's a lot of talking and it's very story driven. At one point I was like, okay, I get it, enough with the Eternals, where's the action already? So you can understand how fulfilling the final act of the movie was for me, since exciting shit started happening with a bunch of twists and turns. It was just like the whole movie was built, just a build up for the final act. And speaking of twists and turns, some of the things that happened in this movie could have happened in a different order or differently. Because this movie has a lot of flashbacks, flashing back to events that happened prior to provide more details to the story. And I just can't help but feel like some, or just one major one, could have been kept a secret until much later on. This is a much different film than your average Marvel action flick. There's a lot of story elements and not a lot of action-packed thrills or exciting twists and turns until the final act of the movie. I'm going to give The Eternals a B-. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below. Like and sub if you've enjoyed, and as always, feel free to check out my previous videos. Until next time.